Big day.
Told me to get real. Don't buy a GoPro. Pieces of shit.
The GoPro's right there. And just tell everyone all the problems that you've had with the GoPro.
Well, the battery lasts about 20 to 30 minutes. The charging cables, the port where you put the charging cable in is loose, so it won't charge reliably. The screen is cracked on this indestructible $400 camera. There's a long delay between when you press record and when it actually starts recording. When you want to use the wireless feature to control the GoPro through your phone, it loses the connection all the time. There's a delay of like 15 to 20 seconds when you actually want to start recording. So by the time you've passed something, then it starts recording. Yeah. I really hate it. I can buy a rip-off one on AliExpress for about 150 bucks and it'll do the same thing.
And that, my friends, is a solid review of the GoPro Hero 5. Any other thoughts?
No, that's about it. We are hiking Wraith Falls in Yellowstone. I'm fighting a little bit of altitude sickness. It's the end of the month. Christian's organization is just killing it.
Dude, we have literally 3 new big rankers.
So yeah, it's the 31st big day for business. So we're hiking Yellowstone and we're on our cell phones.
That's the thing though, when you are working and traveling, you know, you can't always be a tourist. So you do what you can when you can. But what's that? Water. Water? Yeah, it is. Where's Daddy? Yeah, that's right. Do you know why? You okay? What's wrong? I think it's altitude sickness. I feel bad though. I'm gonna go and show him a little bit of love. Maybe I'll do something extra nice for him. So it's day 3 here in Yellowstone, and thankfully Nate is feeling much better. Yesterday, after I signed off with you, it got worse. Remember how I said like, oh, I'm gonna do something nice for Nate because I feel bad for him and I feel bad that he's sick. And I let him sleep.
Sleep is the best gift you can give to a dad.
You're welcome. Check this out. Is that snow? Look.
Look, guys. Dirty snow.
So this Florida family is super stoked to see one little patch of snow.
We haven't seen snow in 10 years.
But I wasn't grown up in mind. 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 Always.
We're gonna tell you guys how Nate and I became lovebirds. So do you want to start or do you want me to start?
You said-
Or the truth? This would be a good spot to tell the story real quick. Columbus, Ohio. Church, doing like he had hearts in his eyes.
They find Ludo.
We're in Yosemite, and I thought it'd be man, it's windy, isn't it?
Well, we're not at Yosemite.
Alright.
It's really windy. I hope they can hear this.
We've been trying for a couple days to film this about us, or how we came to be video, and the weather was just not playing nicely. There was too much wind, the kids were kind of going crazy. We tried to do it in a national park in a beautiful setting. I mean, this is beautiful, right? You can probably hear the river, but it's as good as we're going to get. So this is it. Chris, we're ready. Adriano, I've been trying the quick cuts that you suggested. It's amazing. Thank you.
Oh, I gotta get out of here.
There may be snow in Montana, but the sun is heating everything. So like I said, we've been wanting to do an About Us video.
Yeah.
So, I'll start.
No, I'll start.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I am the daughter of a minister. And I, as a result, moved around a lot. My dad would get new positions at churches, and we would go to those churches, we would fulfill whatever it is the need was, and then we would move on. I ended up moving to Columbus, Ohio, where there is this ginormous megachurch that my dad got a job at. And at this ginormous megachurch, they had a college, and then they had a Christian academy. And I was not attending that Christian academy because I was actually homeschooled. During the day, I would actually go to the church, the big megachurch, and work for the megachurch's college basketball team. I decided that I would go there and donate my time to the college ministry, and I would hang around at the church. And at this church was also the Christian academy, where this guy...
My parents lived in Missouri, and they kind of sent me to this high school. It wasn't really a boarding school situation, but it kind of was, because they sent me there, and I stayed with some of the teachers from the school, and I attended the school. But at the school was this intern, and all the high school boys, we thought she was a college student. And I remember we were in film class, and we were finishing up with a project, and we were going up a stairwell, and coming down the stairwell was this just gorgeous girl with auburn hair in a red dress. She was going down the stairs, and I was going up, and I just couldn't take my eyes off of her. Well, I asked around to all the people that I knew that knew her, and I found out her name, I found out where she would be, and I just positioned myself.
He stalked me.
Yeah, I did.
He stalked me.
I stalked her.
So finally, he found out like all this info about me, and found out where I lived and stuff. And turns out we actually lived at the same apartment complex, but I didn't know that, right? So one day I'm headed down to the pool, and I had heard all about like, hey, there's a guy, and he's like obsessed with you. He keeps asking us questions about you, and like he likes you a lot. So I go to the pool at the apartment with my friend Ashley, and turns out there's this guy there, and she's like, hey Christian, that's the guy that likes you a lot. And he was like sitting across from me, and I was like, oh, he is kind of cute. I'm like kind of checking him out a little bit. I end up falling at the pool and scraping up my knee really bad. And guess who came to the rescue?
This guy.
Yeah, he like gets me up, like goes and gets like first aid kits, patches up my bloody knees where I fell down, and then literally puts band-aids on my knees. And then he decides that he's gonna take me home. And so he gave me a ride home, and that was it. But I didn't know like where he lived. I knew I'd probably see him around like at church and at the academy. That following week, I leave to go to church camp and get my Jesus praise on. And I come back to my house after leaving church camp, and I walk into my living room, and Nate is sitting on my couch.
Weird, I know.
He's sitting on my couch because turns out one of the teachers at the school was kind of taking care of Nate, making sure that he ate like 3 square meals a day, I guess, and invited him to go over to our house because we were having pizza, and he didn't even know that it was my house. So I walk in the door and he looks at me and I look at him, and I knew instantaneously that that was my husband. And if you don't, I go into the kitchen and I tell my mom, I'm like, Mom, that guy sitting out there on the couch, that is my husband. And she was like, what? And I was like, I just know it. That's my husband.
Guys, sorry. There's another RV backing up right next to us. We're gonna have to continue to do this somewhere else. This is the luck of our video. Come on. So where were we?
Okay, so this is where we left off. I'll lead the way on this one. So I tell my mom, like, look, this guy keeps popping up, and if he asks me out on a date, you have to say yes, because that's my husband. Mind you, I had never been on a date before in my life. I go out into the living room, and there this, I mean, gorgeously dark-skinned, handsome guy is sitting on the couch, and I am like, oh my God, thank you, Jesus. He is super hot. So he like leaves pretty soon after I get there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, bye. He like leaves and he's like, bye guys, see you later. And I'm like, where did he go? He didn't say anything. And then like 5 minutes later, I hear a knock, knock, knock on the door. I open the door and he's like, hey, so me and a couple people are going to the movies later. Do you want to go? And I was like, no, I just got back from church.
There wasn't anyone else going. There wasn't.
And you know what I said? I was like, no, I just got back from church camp. I needed to rest. I told him no. I told him no. Why? I have no clue. I think I just got so nervous and I wanted to go out with him so bad that I couldn't bring myself to say yes because I was just nervous. I gave him my phone number and I was like, yeah, just maybe next time, give me a call and let me know. Anyways, he came back and I told him no again. And then he called and he talked to me on the phone. And I think it was something like about not being face to face that I could tell him yes because I was like super shy. And
She's shy, yeah.
I was shy because he was so cute. He asked me out again. I remember that he asked me out on the phone and he said, you want to go to the movies? And I said, yeah. And he was like, okay, I'll see you tonight. He came and picked me up.
We went and saw Minority Report with Tom Cruise. I'll put a date on it.
Long time ago. Oh my gosh, he had this Isuzu Trooper. And I used to see him driving around in it with like the windows down.
94
Isuzu Trooper. I used to see him like riding around, and so I hopped in the passenger seat of his Isuzu Trooper. We went and saw Minority Report. It was actually really surprising how when we went to the movies, it was very comfortable.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a weird first date.
One of the most comfortable first dates I've ever been on.
And it was the first date I had ever been on, so I really didn't have anything to compare it to, so. But yeah, we just like talked and watched the movie, and then we came out to the movie and I went to the bathroom and threw up. I was so nervous and my stomach was just turning so much because I liked him so much. He took me home, and that following week he moved back to Missouri and I moved to California, and I did not see him again for 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I went away to college.
I moved to California, and we did not see each other for 4 years.
We kind of saw other people.
We did long.
Kind of talked in the meantime.
Yeah, we maintained a friendship for a year of his freshman year of college. We didn't really talk. I wanted to give him space to be able to kind of experience college. His sophomore year of college, he called me, and so we actually picked up really quickly, and we started doing long distance again. And that following year he actually moved to Florida, and we moved in together right away, and we lived together for 4 years.
Is that it?
No,
4 or 5 years?
4 or 5 years. So we lived together and we were just boyfriend and girlfriend for like 4 or 5 years, and then from there we got married, and we've been married now for 6 years. No, 7, 8. We've been together for 15 years in total. It's a long time. That's half my life because I'm 30. So he was my my very first date, my first kiss, my first everything. Love you.
Love you.
That's how we met. Did you want to go put the sticker on with Dad? What you doing?
Adding South Dakota to our map. Okay.
No, I'm putting a sticker on.
Who made coffee this morning?
I did.
Well, Bubby got to push the button, right? Ella's gonna do it this time, and then you get to do it next time, okay? You get to do Wyoming, okay?
Yes! Can you help
Down a
me?
little bit. Down a little bit. There you go, right there.
We're in South Dakota. South Dakota. South Dakota.
But I wasn't grown up in mine. But I wasn't grown